Okie dokie. Hello YouTube, it's Bro Brady. Welcome back. Very nice. I've got some weight off the shoulders. I feel like a new man, which is good, because I finally got some home away from home, and felt free. Almost felt free for the first time in years. Yeah, so back on Easy Street, which is nice, and I can get used to that, and I will get used to it. It's like nobody should have to be a 12-year-old for the rest of their life. Or at least treated like one. It wouldn't be a terrible thing to have youth your entire life. And I think things like that are possible if you believe them to be. Because really, our bodies aren't supposed to have lifespans any shorter than the ones described in the book of Genesis. It takes a whole lot of lying to us and poisoning us to get us to have the lifespans we have today. But once the mass consciousness accepts something as true, then it becomes true. If you believe it, that's what happens. So, the way it is. Like, of course that's the way it is. What did you think happened? Some inbreeding is what caused the drastic reduction from 900 some odd years to 100 if you're lucky. That's some serious inbreeding. It's brainwashing. It's programming. It's being lied. We've been lied to our whole lives. That's what if you look at the world, take a look around. What do you see? Do you see a bunch of happy, fulfilled, stress-free, carefree, and loving life group of people? Few and far between, like next to nobody. Everybody's so used to having to stick up their ass that if they see someone that doesn't, they all jump on that guy and say, "Hey, what are you doing? Something's wrong with you. You need to have a lot more anger. You need a lot more stress, and we need to whip you into shape. There's something wrong with you. You need take the stick, straight up your ass, be like everybody else, please." That's what happens. If you're the nail that sticks up gets hammered down. But that's a red China, red commie saying. Anyway, so I got some stuff prepared for this episode, and I think I might have fixed the volume problems. Hopefully, we'll see what happens. Yes. So I'm working on a little issue. I'm trying to reduce my belongings to a manageable level. I want to simplify, and I want to simplify. And I saw a picture that really gave me inspiration. Well, I already had the inspiration, but this guy showed me it's possible. One second. Where is it? There is it. Where the hell? Okay, well, there's the desktop. Fuck. Well, I don't know where the hell it is. Okay, no, scratch that. Alright, it's too important to not see though, so let's go to Google and we'll just find it. Oh, shit. No, I didn't just see it. Alright, let's see. Here we go. Oh, okay. Well, this. Oh, there it is, right there. Well, okay, so this is one example of what a bike trailer could, could be. But look at this guy, and not that. This one. Okay, that guy, not that one. There's another one too. That's one of them. Okay, well, that guy's got a good load. Yeah. See, so it's possible. That's pretty good. The one I saw was extra ridiculous. Like there was a bed, there was a dresser, or like a bookshelf. The works. The box spring, the mattress, so let me show you what I got. I have one of those bike trailers coming in the mail, and I have this self-inflating air mattress. It's a real thin one, and so it fits into this size. And then I just unscrew the thing and it self-inflates, and then I blow into it to make it extra firm at the end. And then this is like a sleeping bag material, but it's a normal blanket. So and then this is a tent, a nice big tent that I could sleep in and have all my bike and all a bunch of other shit in there at the same time, and so that's like a home and bed all. It doesn't quite fit in here, but this is a good illustration. If I show you, I bet if I tried hard enough, I could get it all to fit in here, in this one small rolling case, and that'll be the shelter, the waterproof shelter that I could set up anywhere, and the mattress and the blanket and the pillow also, and so that won't take up too much space on my trailer. The trailer I'm getting looks kind of like, it actually kind of looks like this, or one of these, but I'm gonna strip it down and make something like this out of it, and then I'll have the bag I just showed you, all that stuff, and then my guitar, and then some clothes. Like it'll be a big load, but it won't be ridiculous like this, And if these people can do it, then why can't I? And I'm going to. And then if I have a 24-hour fitness membership and a public storage, then that's good. And then it's very damn neat. And then I was looking into these kits that you can buy to turn your bike into a gas motorcycle. Turn your bike into a two-stroke motorcycle. I'd really like to do that. I think I'm going to. And it's a good time because the winter's over. And I'm looking forward to it. Yes, what else? So I got some more stuff to show you. So, look at these side by sides. I mean, just come on. Yeah, this is my discovery. Yeah. I mean, it deserves viralness, but I mean, I can't force you to share it with your friends. But I mean, just look at it. Doesn't it want you to show all your friends? It's like, hey, all your social network would probably dig this, huh? But you know, you could just screen cap this, or just, you know, scroll down and click share, whatever's easier. But yeah, your friends might want to trip on that, because look at it. And know that none of them are photoshopped. You know, here, I can prove that, because I took I can prove that. I don't know if I'm going to do it today. Let's look at some other pictures. See what happens. Alright, yeah, then check this shit out. What the hell happened here? So, San Francisco suffered from a earthquake and a fire, or you know, okay, what else happened? What happened to make this image there? What went on here? Okay, and then what? You know, damn. I thought it was a joke. Like, there's a lot of YouTube videos that show stuff like this, and you're like, yeah, right, that's photoshopped. This is not photoshopped. This is a real plane. Believe it or not, crazy as it looks, that's a real fucking plane. And then that's real, right? And then that's a big bird. But goddamn, it's a bird that was like, it could probably eat you. Like, if you didn't have enough strength in it, and it was having a, you know, and it ate its Wheaties, and you were kind of down on your luck, and this guy had like a, you know, was having a good strength having day. He could probably take you and then eat you. You know, pick your bones clean. This guy. That's what that face is for. That face is for turning you into a pile of bones. just pecking away at you. It wouldn't be a fun way to go. Like trip on this. If you were getting eaten by a bird, what peck would be the fatal one? Like, what peck would be the one that's one too many? Like, you're alive, it's eating you alive, and then peck, oh, now you're dead. What you know, at what percentage of being turned into a pile of bones would you be when you stopped breathing? Like, could it eat you all the way up to like your pelvis area? Like just bone from the feet up to pelvis? That would be brutal. Pretty excruciating. Alright, I'm sorry. That's probably sorry, I should have told you to get the kids out of the room. Alright. So, actually, kids shouldn't be here. Ever. I always say this isn't made for kids. That's something that asks us now every time when we submit a video to YouTube. It says, is this made for kids or not? And I'm like, no, it's not. This thing, the first time it asked me, I said, yeah, it's made for kids, because I thought it was asking me, is this too, like, is there nudity here that kids shouldn't be seeing? I'm like, no, yeah, kids can watch it. And then I said, yeah, it's made for kids, and then they were like, you know, like, oh shit, fuck, like, you need to do all this, like, legal work, like they were trying to throw the book at me because I was telling them I was making kid stuff. Like, they're not fucking around with kid stuff, apparently. So some lawsuit must have taken place. Look at that. Look at that. That's pretty That's one hell of a bird. Another one that could just eat you alive if it wanted to. Alright, there's that. Alright, now, you know, people say that's Photoshop, but no, I think pterodactyls were just you know, used to be a real thing, and there's one right there. I mean, you know, do you know how hard it would be to individually paint each pixel to Photoshop something that real looking in? It's not. I mean, usually when people Photoshop stuff, like they're adding small details or like erasing small things, but like to have something like that in a picture that has the same like old-timey feel and everything, and nothing looks off of, you know, that's so incredibly difficult. Normally you're copy and pasting something on, and so it's just, yeah, it's almost as impressive if it is Photoshopped as it would be if it's not. Like, if it's not, then oh shit, pterodactyls are real, and if it is Photoshopped, oh shit, someone's that good at Photoshop. Like, either way, it's impressive to me. Yeah, what the hell? Alright, so then we got another issue to worry about. 1 second. What happened there? Yeah, it's still Alright. So this one, look, people like to say this is Photoshop, but no, that's a fucking alien. No doubt about it. That's an alien. Another one of my contributions to knowledge itself. Right there, I found that. So a lot of mainstream places use this image, and they completely overlook the alien. They're just like, yeah, here, Time Magazine, boom, alien. What are you gonna do about it? I'll show you. Here's another one that this one just kind of. There's some of them that didn't, because I gotta explain. Because it's also a Mandela effect. Okay, so it doesn't always look that awesome, but look at this one. Actually looks even more creepy if you allow your eyes to, like, you know, it almost looks like a even more creepy alien. but anyway, look at the lights are on right here, and the lights are off right here. But everybody else is like almost exactly the same posture and face expression and everything. So it's not like you know, some time had passed and someone was like, oh, let's hit the lights. Like, no, because look at everybody's the same. Everybody doesn't stay the same like that at different times of the night. It just doesn't happen like that. So that's a Mandela effect. One where the light was on, one where the light was off. Okay? That's the way it is. And then so here's Time Magazine showing. What was this one? Okay, this is one where it's here. There's a woman right here. Woman, eyes, woman, hair. Okay, and then over here, and then the alien looking, you know, kind of, you know, not as clear as the other one, but, and then this one, where'd the woman go? Where did they Photoshop her out, or, you know, and if they did, why? How bad is she that she needed to be Photoshopped out? And then, if not, then it must be a Mandela effect. But there's other things, like this guy's face is, you know, his head's turned here, and then, you know, there's just, oh, and then this guy right here, this guy with the creepy, like, one Asian guy eye, at least it looks Asian to me, and then over here it's like, you know, not like that, and so it's just interesting, and we'll get back to this later. Okay, never mind, we'll do it right now. Alright, so matter and antimatter. So So you know how I was talking about the there's all this all this dark matter that needs to be there. Like, they don't see it, but it needs to be there because the rotation is too fast. There needs to be more mass there holding it all together, or it would all fly apart. And there's also all this antimatter that's missing, or antimatter. They're like, oh, well, I guess it just it all annihilated, and then there was just a little bit more matter left, and that's what we have today. I don't think that makes any sense, because antimatter should have the opposite frequency and should, just like an X-ray, go right through you. If two things have different frequencies, they're not going to interact with each other. Okay, how do you think X-rays go through you? Because it's a different frequency than you're at. Okay, that's just the way it is. But so that it's kind of tough to explain, but let me see. Think of a toroidal field, all right, like this, all right, and then the Earth. The North Pole is like 13,000 feet. It's an ocean, and then it's like right at the North Pole that there's like 13,000 feet of ocean water, and then the South Pole has like 9,000 feet of land, and so there's a big depression in the North Pole and a big bump on the South Pole, and so it's like just like a battery. The battery has the little nub and then flat, positive and negative, because the Earth is a toroidal field like this, and so there's positive and negative, and it keeps going a loop, and that's why people think that there's openings at the North and South Pole, because that would be the shape that would make the most sense. And it is curious that we're not allowed to see or fly over those areas or go to those areas, don't you think? So same thing with the human. We eat, and then it comes out. So it's the same direction of flow. So in out. So depression and then a lump. So ocean water, North Pole, and then Antarctica, South Pole. Even though the timeline that I grew up in, there actually was land at the North Pole, but that's not complicated with that. So with that in mind, think about this now, and so this is the tree, and this part is taking sunlight in as energy and bringing it down, and this part of it is bringing water from the bottom up. So they're both serving a function to keep the whole thing alive, and it's both pulling from here to the middle and then to the middle, so that the middle is the focal point of this tree right here, and it's got two sides into the ethereal, the air, and another into the more gross ground, so it has like chakras also. As the chakras get lower, it's called more gross. And think about it, you eat clean food, and then it comes down here and it gets gross, so it makes sense. But just like this, up here nice clean leaves, and then roots gross. So the tree has the same circle of life, and so do we. the center of our electromagnetic field is our heart. So that's our center. This is the center for the tree. Our center's right here. And yeah. And then so matter and antimatter. It's two different realms. That's why we don't interact with it, because it's two different realms. You get it? Okay, you should. Alright, what do we got here? That's just something I don't want to talk about right now. See? Heart toroidal field. What we choose to experience in our lives, we must first feel in our hearts as if it already happened. That's manifesting. I need to get back on doing this, because this shit works. Let me tell you, it works. Yeah, every time I've tried to manifest it, it surprised me. Within 48 hours, you're like, oh damn, that actually just happened. Alright, I think I'm gonna end the video right here. I'll do a little more later. Bye. I don't want to risk fucking it up by going on too long. Doing pretty good so far, so let's just be happy with that.